How many self-storage facilities are in the US? Did you know there are 50,000 self-storage facilities in the US? Why does that matter? Well, there's big opportunity for investors like us. Self-storage isn't just real estate, it's a business. And that spells big opportunity for investors like us. There are thousands of mom and pop owners aging out of the business that don't want to manage these facilities. And there's a blue ocean of opportunity out there for investors. Are you ready to capitalize on this blue ocean? Not all self-storage facilities are alike. Some are cash cows, other are buildings behind a barn. There's a big difference in self-storage facilities, and some work for investors, some don't. By the end of this video, you'll understand the full scope of the storage industry, the different types of assets that are out there, and the investment opportunities that are worth going after. So, the size of the industry. 50,000 storage facilities across the United States. The industry has almost doubled over the last 20 years, and there's more facilities going up. Why is that? Well, Americans are consumers. We cannot stop buying. The Amazon effect is real. One click creates more stuff at your house, and you don't know what to do with it. You may have a big house, but even then, people still need storage. Death, divorce, distress, displacement. All the D's with storage create more demand, and the demand is there because housing isn't affordable. You can't get as much space as you actually need because stuff keeps piling up. It's the way we are wired. We are wired to consume, and it has to go somewhere. Our target clients don't throw things away. They continue to put their stuff in storage, and we keep auto-debiting their credit card every month, and it's a nuisance for them to go out there on a weekend and go get rid of that storage, and they just don't want to throw their things away. What's interesting is 1 in 10 Americans actually have a storage unit, and that's increasing every single year. The cost of a storage unit is still really affordable. It's less than 1 or 2% of their annual income. It's not a burden for them on the cost, so that's why the industry continues to expand as more and more people keep storing. So who owns these storage facilities? Well, 70% of all the storages in the US are owned by mom and pop owners. And what that means is it's family businesses, it's private investors, they aren't a big corporation, and 30% are the large companies that own storage. You might have seen them before: Extra Space Storage, Public Storage. These are what you call REITs, real estate investment trusts, and they're public companies that own storage. There's not a lot of opportunity to buy there, but they help drive up the pricing in the market. But they're the institutions that keep increasing the value of these facilities for investors like us. A lot of these family business owners aren't maximizing the potential, so those 70% of facilities out there are a blue ocean. They don't use technology, they don't understand advertising the facility. Many times they're very comfortable with the way they operate the facility and they never raise the rent. That is the real opportunity in the industry for the next 10, 20 years. So the third point is self-storage is a business. Remember that. This is a retail business in real estate. So it is not an easy business. You do not have one tenant you collect the check from. You typically have 2, 3, 4, 500 tenants that you are managing their payments, making sure that you have friendly, fast, easy customer service and systems to help get them in a unit. The process of renting a storage unit is not that fun, but the easier you can make it, the better experience for the customer, the more profitable you're gonna be. But remember, self-storage is a business first, and that's what creates profitability and opportunity, yet it also is a curse because it actually takes work. We'll get into more management strategies in other videos, or go to my website, patriotholdings.com. You can see how we manage our facilities, and this is the real secret to the business, is managing them effectively. The fourth point is there are tiny facilities and there are massive facilities. And then there's mid-sized facilities right there in the middle. So the tiny facilities, out of the 50,000 in the US, there's probably 10,000 facilities that have 1 or 2 buildings behind the farmer's barn. Those are not profit centers. Stay away from those. There's not a lot of opportunity there. Now there's massive facilities that the public REITs, the big companies, own, and those aren't profit centers for investors like us. They're typically in big core markets. They are 3, 4, 5 stories high. Those really don't have a lot of opportunity to add value. The sweet spot is in that 20, 30, up to 50, 60,000 square feet or so. These are the 3 or 4 or 500 unit facilities that you can expand, you can add value to, you can improve the management, and owned by those mom and pop owners. So number 5, out of all those storage facilities owned by mom and pop owners, the 70% out there in the industry, location is still critical. Visibility. So it's all about finding the right location with that facility, because not all storage facilities are created equal. People need easy access. Are you close to houses? Are you close to businesses? Are you off a highway? Those are the facilities that we're going to target. So there's 50,000 storage facilities out there, but there's only a small segment that we really want to go after as value-add investors. You know the right location. You understand that you don't want a small facility. You don't want a large facility. You want really something right there in the sweet spot. So it's knowing your market, knowing how much competition is out there, and then really targeting the best locations with visibility. People like to have easy access. Close to a highway, right around apartments, a lot of houses in the area, good incomes, good jobs. People need to have money to be able to store stuff. That's the critical due diligence that needs to be done. And if you have more questions on due diligence, go to my website, Patriot Holdings. We have a free due diligence manual. The due diligence manual and our systems will help you save years off your life, a lot of time, energy, and money where you're in the wrong project and you're just trying to dig yourself out of a deep hole. So looking for the right opportunities. In this landscape of all these storage facilities, what do we look for? Well, mismanaged opportunities. That's number one. They're not running the business effectively. Number two, under market rents. The rents have to be lower so you can improve the property and in turn improve the profit. And then number three is there has to be demand. There has to be people in the area and there has to be demand. It's a very simple business. Have these attributes as part of the facilities you go after, and then you're going to win in the game of storage investing. So now you know the landscape of the entire storage industry in the United States. We know there's so much opportunity out there. But what do we actually go buy? In the next video, I'm gonna dig into the real secrets about how to find a great deal. This is what we all wanna know. It's nice to have the information, but what do you actually do to go out there and find the right deal for you that's gonna make profits and help you grow your real estate portfolio so that way you get that nice passive income we're all looking for in self-storage. Click the video above. I will see you on the next video.